What's going on, guys? I was very bored, so we're doing a Q&A video. First question I got is, why do you care so much about comic accuracy? I think a lot of comic readers would agree with me when I say this. It's not so much that the stories are completely accurate to the way they are in the comics, but that the characters are accurate to the way they are in the comics. Like, I don't need a live action Superman movie that's like the exact same as All-Star Superman or Superman Up in the Sky. But when I see Superman in a movie, I want him to act the way he does in the comics. Seeing the exact same story brought to life in live action would be cool, but if we can get something original with the same character, I think that's a better opportunity. There are a lot of MCU and DC projects where the stories aren't necessarily bad, but the characters are acting weird in the way they shouldn't be acting, and that's what ruins it for me. Expectations for the Hawkman movie. Come on, bro. We both know it's gonna be mid. What would make Wanda a better character? For starters, this is definitely specifically about MCU Wanda. For me personally, I would enjoy her character a lot more if she did not go through the exact same character arc 3 times in the MCU. Back to back to back, it's something terrible in her life happens, she becomes a villain, and then she realizes what she's doing is wrong and tries to fix her mistake. That has happened now 3 times in the MCU. And it's like, you can't redeem yourself 3 times back to back. Because at that point, your redemption like loses its value. Like, am I supposed to care about Wanda in Multiverse of Madness after she just enslaves an entire town and didn't care about it? Like, I'm sorry, I don't fuck with that. Where would you rank Kang the Conqueror as a character and a villain? Well, in the MCU, Kang is not really that prominent right now. He had like 1 episode in Loki, and he was good in that, but that's not even the Kang that we're gonna be seeing for like the rest of the MCU. So after Ant-Man 3, then I can give an opinion on that. But in the comics, I've read Young Avengers, and I know Kang was in that, and he was pretty cool in that. His dynamic with Iron Lad is very interesting. I hope they put that in the MCU, because that would be cool, but I doubt that that's going to be in the MCU, honestly. Favorite animated film? Bro, come on, okay? We all know what the best animated film of all time is. I don't even have to get into it. We all know what it is. Top 3 DCU movies. Number 1, I got James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Number 2, I got Man of Steel. And then for 3rd place, I got it tied between Black Adam and Wonder Woman. I don't really know which one is 3rd there. I have to rewatch both those movies. Do you miss? Bro, we're talking about me, okay? Come on. No, I don't miss. Come on now. Who'd win, Supes or Kratos? Superman would embarrass Kratos. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I have not played a God of War game, but I know that there is not a single thing Kratos has done that is gonna beat Superman's speed or strength, bro. He can be as mad at Zeus as he wants to be, bro. He can throw hands with Thor himself. None of that compares to like Superman's like most average day, bro. Like where he's using his strength. I'm sorry. Why are you so light-skinned? I don't know, Chris. Why do you get no bitch? Why do you stand Superman, the most boring and bland superhero ever? Jacob, bro, you enjoy Spider-Man Far From Home. That's all I gotta say. You call Superman bland and boring. You like Far From Home, bro. So, that's all I gotta say. What's your opinion on comic Twitter? Comic Twitter is a very interesting place. Very entertaining. Can sometimes be a little scary. Can sometimes be a little annoying. A lot annoying, actually. All I gotta say is my mutuals are goats. Favorite GIF? Favorite alternate comic universe? I am tied, honestly, I'm tied between Kingdom Come and Deceased. Those are both amazing stories, like absolutely amazing stories. I think that Kingdom Come is definitely more iconic, like easily. But Deceased it's been going on. Deceased is more modern, I guess. Like, it's more recent. And the story is still growing and expanding. So honestly, I think Deceased might be the better story. But Kingdom Come is just so amazing. The art so amazing. So I can't not leave it out of this conversation. Is Alien X your favorite Ben 10 alien, or do you really just like that GIF? No, my favorite Ben 10 alien is actually way big. I just use that gif a lot because in that scene, it's like Alien X being super powerful, just Alien X being him. Okay? He's just being him. And so when I use that, that's just how I'm feeling in the moment. That's all. What made you know that you would want to be a creator slash influencer? I think it's just the idea that for most of my life, like I've been into comic books and superheroes and nerd stuff for like basically my entire life. But I never had any people to like connect with about it and to talk with and to like, you know what I mean? Like I was always by myself when it came to like nerd shit. Like there was never anyone that I could talk to. I remember there was a point in my life where I was like, in my city, like I have to be like the most knowledgeable like Marvel DC person. You know what I mean? Like there's no way there's anyone more knowledgeable than me. And you realize how like that is ridiculous to say that. And I know that now because of being on social media. Like that's how isolated and alone I was with this stuff, was because I genuinely thought like I was the smartest person because no one else could relate to it. But the second I started making TikToks about Marvel and DC and started talking to other people like on the internet about it, I realized how little I actually know. Like I'm not I'm not that guy like I thought I was. And I think that's hilarious. What do you want to see from a new Spider-Man trilogy? What villains for each movie, supporting cast, etc.? First of all, I want the entire Homecoming trilogy cast gone for the most part. Like no Ned, no MJ, at least for the fourth movie. Villains, I want a new Venom, I think. I mean, would be nice. I doubt we're getting Venom, but a new Venom would be nice. I want Scorpion. I want J. Jonah Jameson to actually be an antagonist. Hobgoblin would be cool. For those of you guys that don't know, Ned is not actually Hobgoblin. At least he wasn't. He kind of is right now in the comics, but he's also being like brainwashed. It's weird. But Ned is not actually Hobgoblin, so it wouldn't be Ned. I also want Kingpin to be a prominent role in the Spider-Man movies, because that way we can get a connection with Daredevil at some point. I think that would be cool to see. Black Cat would be an interesting character. And then I also want Peter to be in college, so I think his cast should be Gwen, Harry, and maybe like a few other Spider characters sprinkled in there. I can't think of anyone else that hasn't been used already. And then in the sixth Spider-Man movie in the MCU, I want MJ to come back, and I also want them to start to introduce Miles so where he can become Spider-Man. How old are you? I'm 19. That's kind of a short question. I'm 19. Megatron or Darth Vader? I do not know enough about Megatron, but I think even if I did, I'm pretty sure I would still choose Darth Vader. Darth Vader is my favorite villain of all time. He's easily one of the best written characters in fiction. There's not a single villain I choose over Vader. What sparked your hatred for Hawkman? Dude, have you seen that goofy ass fucking helmet he wears? Have you seen that shit? What would your first movie be for a DCU reboot? Superman. I would reboot it with Henry Cavill. Superman. That's the best choice. The world needs to be reintroduced to Superman. That's the way to reboot the DCU. James Gunn better listen, bro. He needs to hit me up, okay? My email is in my bio, James Gunn. I will work for DC for free, bro. As long as like I get to give them some advice, if they even let me give them advice, I would be happy. Like they don't even have to listen, all right? They need to let me cook. Favorite Superman comic besides All-Star? Superman Up in the Sky is my favorite comic. So even if you didn't say besides All-Star, I still would have said Up in the Sky. That book is just, it's flawless. It's beautiful. I can't get over it. Favorite white woman? This is a very good question, I must say. This is a very good question. It's gotta be Haley Steinfeld, okay? That is my wife right there. That is one of my wives. I'll say it like that. That is one of my wives. Who do you want to direct the new Superman movie? Me. It's that simple. I don't have anything else to say. How was your experience with the Transformers movie franchise? I've been watching the Transformers movies like since forever, honestly. My entire life, Bumblebee has been my favorite. And the movies aren't even all that I've seen. I remember as a kid watching the animated series. I remember watching Transformers Prime. Bumblebee has always been my favorite. He's always my favorite. If Bumblebee dies in Rise of the Beasts, I'm not watching the movies till they bring him back. What is a movie that a lot of people consider amazing, a masterpiece or peak, but you don't like, I am not at liberty to reveal that information at this time. I'm pretty sure if I say what movie, I'm gonna get sniped.